This is the 6130. Y'all have seen it. This is probably my favorite tractor. We bought this thing new back in 2018. I think I've got about a little over 1,100 hours on it. Hadn't run it much, but it's got Firestone rubber. It's got rack and pinion axles. It's got the 24/24 power shift, full rack of weights. Got the nice hood guard and all on it. I do have this tractor fully deleted and tuned. Right here, I don't know if y'all can see where that plug is there, that rusty plug. That's where the EGR inlet was, and it was down in there. You see, I've got the EGR completely removed on it. A whole custom exhaust, did it all myself. You can see where the DPF used to be there under the hood. It's gone. So I just tapped into the factory exhaust over there at with a custom muffler shop, and y'all see that new piece of pipe. So that new piece of pipe goes down through here. It connects to where the SCR was out here. I completely hollowed it out, so it's totally straight piped. You know, still looks factory. But like I say, all that big soot cooker in there, it's hollowed out and all the way out, straight piped, and that has worked out really good for me. So no def, no regen, no EGR. I mean, it's like I say, we took all that off, blocked it off, made the tractor a whole different animal. But we did when we tuned it, we did turn it up from a 130 to a 145 and tweak some things. It's got a lot more power. It's a lot more efficient. You know, this tractor's getting some age on it now, and it got to where it was giving us some trouble. So we took care of all that. This litter, it's been out here several days, several weeks actually. The cows have walked it down. It's a little bit damp, but we'll get it put out. I've spread one load. There's about 100 tons in this pile. It's been walked down, but pulling my spreader there. Well, I'm gonna load another load here. We have yet to delete one of these skid steers, but I'm sure it's coming. Coming soon. But there's a lot of people asking about how we do the tractors. We've got several of them done now, and it's just it just makes our life a lot easier. But well, let's get this load loaded and I'll be back with you. So I'm gonna try to set y'all up over here where we can load here. What I'm kind of doing, I'm just shaving the sides of this pile off, trying to mix the wet and the dry. It gives a little bit better spread pattern. Y'all, I've run a lot of skid steers in my day. We've had them all: Gale, Case, Bobcat, John Deere. We just recently got these John Deere loaders. We've been running them a little over a year, but I'm just telling y'all, there's nothing out there that I've run that's as good as this John Deere. I mean, we have had great service out of these. I mean, the only thing I've been on that'll even remotely come close to pushing and lifting with this thing is a Takeuchi. We've got some Kubotas we're running on another job for a customer, and they just, some 97s, brand new, and they just will not do what this 333 will do. I mean, this litter has been walked on by the cows. It's hard as a rock, and this thing will just plow right through it like it's butter. It's just amazing what they'll do. I want to trade for a 335 Pete when my dealer gets some. They'll have 18 more horsepower than what this 33 does. But y'all look at that. I mean, it's mean, that stuff's hard, it's wet, it's heavy. I mean, and I'm not even running it wide open. I'm just using a foot feed down here at the floor, giving it RPM when I need it. You got to think with this bucket, I mean, this bucket weighs quite a bit itself. You know, we're getting over a ton per pass with this stuff. And it just, I mean, those 97s we're running, they won't even curl a bucket back out of the pile. The bucket's a little bigger on those than we've got on this, but they're actually a lot lighter built. So I'm just saying, I know everybody's got to do what works for them, but for me, man, these John Deeres are where it's at. The only thing that I don't like about this thing, where it draws its air for the cabin in here for the air conditioning and the heat, it's bad about stopping up with dust. The condenser does, and then you don't get any flow of air in here to the cab. So once a week we have to jack the cab up and deal with that. Whereas with the cases, you know, we didn't have to do that. Their HVAC system was sealed off very, very good. But they just didn't work for us. Our local dealer that we were using for case construction went out. We're having to travel a long way for a dealer, and it just didn't work out for us. But man, I'm telling y'all, John Deere, old Landon Watts up there at Tri-Green, man, he takes care of me. If I call him, he's Johnny on the spot, always. I mean, every time. He keeps me going. You know, so that's what makes a machine valuable. Is you know, they all go down. You got to decide what's best for you. But what makes a machine valuable is having a dealer that's going to take care of you when you got a problem. Somebody that you can call on the weekend and after hours that's going to answer that phone. It's important, especially, you know, when you really got something going on like what we do. Cows have ate a good bit of this litter. We may have to cut the rate down just a little bit. Be sure we get over this ground. I think we got about 30 acres, he said, back here that we're covering.